Hey everyone, I am here with Tehila. She has been working with us, and not so long ago, she was also struggling with some maybe overthinking, maybe some, stuckness in some aspects of her dancing and in her life. And she needed to find her own way, both in dance and in life. And now, well, she has achieved many of the results that she was looking for. She has created even some programs for people to enjoy freedom, confidence in their own way. So she's a living proof of walking the talk. And all of this, well, it came after she completed the program. So I just wanted to give this space for you, Tehila, to tell a little bit more about who you are to people and for them to get a little bit of a feeling of you. So if you could tell us how old are you? What type of other things do you do besides dancing?
Mhm. Okay, hello everyone. So I'm Tehila, and what I do as my normal life as adult, I'm a nurse, and on the other half of my life, I'm teaching bachata, mainly focusing on fusion and sensual bachata. I'm doing lady style workshops, classes. I'm also teaching partner work, and I'm a meditation and mindfulness instructor. So that's what I basically do also now. I did it before, but a little bit less the workshops and the classes. And now I can fully say that I'm doing this pretty much like more, better and bigger amount of my time.
That's amazing, Tehila. Well, thank you so much for being here with us. And
Thank you.
I think that a lot of people would like to know where did all this come from. So let's talk about the initial state. What was happening for you to, before you joined the program? So if we could talk about what were the specific problems, maybe blocks, frustrations that you were dealing with before we started working together.
Well, the first thing is that this self doubt and a little bit like more thinking of comparison to me towards me and other people, saying like, for example, my inner thoughts were like, am I better enough to teach? Am I good enough to teach? Am I at the position to allow myself to go and present myself and give my experience? Do I have enough experience? Maybe I'm not that good as others in my field. Why do they will listen to me specifically? And also about the competition in this field is very high. A lot of instructors, a lot of lady style instructors, also people with more knowledge, with more experience, with more background years. And I thought maybe I'm not like in this kind of category, so I was self-doubting and I wasn't sure if it's the right thing for me. Should I take the risk? Should I try? Who will come to my classes? Because I'm very perfectionist and I was judging very much myself as the person who would come to the class and look at the teacher and say, I don't know, is she the best I can go and learn from?
Mm,
And also, I was dealing with the time availability, priorities, like what should I focus on? I cannot do a million things. And what is the thing that I want the most? These kind of questions.
thank you so much for sharing. So sometimes in the program we mentioned that there is external things that are happening in our life, and then there are like the core things that are the real cause for all of these things. So my next question would be a bit more deeper. What do you think that was really going on underneath all of this for you on the dance floor and off it?
Well, I think off it, I was on the field very secured, very professional, because in the medicine field, you have to have data, you have to have background, and you have to be sure of what you're doing. And in this art world, I guess, it's not just black and white. So sometimes I just did the comparison And also, maybe that like was the thing inside me was the question is if I'm good enough. The worthiness maybe comes up, like, a lot of times, because in dancing we really come and meet this in front of us along a lot of times, as I like questions like, am I dancing good enough, am I pretty enough, am I moving good enough, or maybe I don't know, like things like that. And then it comes to being a professional and a teacher, so you can really come as you are, and you have to be a role model for others. So you cannot question yourself when you
Mm-hmm.
come and people learn from you. So that, I think, this is was the main thing that was sitting in my head inside of me that I wasn't really dealing with until we really talked and worked it through. So I become a little bit more attentive to it and started to um reprogramming my mind and my beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing, Tehila. Okay. You mentioned until we started doing something before that, before when you were, with these situations that you have this self-doubt and this comparison and this worthiness. Before you could work on all of that, there was a moment that there was a decision, right? About how to change this, who to help you with this. So the question that I have is, how did you find me and the program?
Well, I met you in Barcelona. We did Orkenj, we did course together of instructors, and I saw really the level of the professionalism and everything I could learn myself. And my passion was really like, I felt like this is what I love, I'm passionate about. So I want to keep doing that and I want to teach that. But between this thought and this passion, there's a way to go. And you have to be able also to present it right to the people. So I met you there and then we talked and you said that this is what you do. So I was curious. I don't remember what I asked you at the first place, how we started talking, but then we talked about this program and you talked to me about this, what you do. And we talked about what I'm going through and maybe I can try. So I just said to myself, like, why not? Maybe it can bring me some good. Damage it won't cause. So only good things.
What made you overcome that doubt and actually take this step? Why did you decide investing in yourself?
Because first of all, I like to invest in myself. I think this is the most important thing we can do as humans to evolve and invest in ourselves in any field, especially in our personal field. Also, because dancing is something that is part of my life. It is my passion. I love it. So why not become better as a person, maybe as a dancer, maybe as a teacher, maybe to see what can you show me, what can I learn, and that's basically was the main like reason for me to join.
Let's talk about what has changed during this process, and let's talk about the transformation, right? And since there is an inner side, there is an inner and also some external things. So let's start with the external things that for people it's maybe a little bit easier to
To
understand
see.
as a result,
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
what type of results, what type of goals have you managed to achieve throughout going through the program?
Well, became I don't know how to say, like a freelancer or independent dancer teacher. So I left the club I was teaching at, the dance school I was teaching at, and I started to think about what kind of program I want to create and what kind of things I want to um, pass through people. I, created lady style workshops. Also started to working with different leaders and teach partner work in different schools without all this political headache and who belongs to who and all this stuff. So I was little like managed by myself. So it was more much convenient for me. I could like really I can pick whatever I want, like where I want to work, with who I want to work, when. what are the conditions I want, what to teach. I can be more creative. I really have now like a course I did. I have a regular workshops I do. Now I've been invited to teach abroad. So I'm really happy.
That sounds amazing. And
Yes.
you also created your own program, you said, like that you're delivering it.
Yes, I did a course, beginner's course in bachata to the ladies. And I'm open to, to also partner to teach the partner work in beginner social like dancing bachata and also advanced. I have advanced level of lady style and I teach whatever I can.
Let's go now and look inwards. What inner transformations have you noticed that have happened?
Well, the biggest transformation that has happened is the one that I remember from our talk is that when I feel that something is not giving me a good feeling, that is something that keeps me brings me down or all these negative thoughts, I just stop and I really feel that, I don't like push it aside and go. I really understand it. I sit with it, really like listen to myself, and I make decisions because of it. I'm not really what on the one hand, I'm not giving these negative thoughts to control me.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, I do aware of these feelings that I get from situations and people and organizations that if I feel like it's not right for me and it's not bringing me some good feeling, then it's okay to not do that. It's not like I don't need to do something in that will pay the price for my calmness or how to say the word like there's a word
Peace.
for that. Peace, yes, for my peace. Yes, so it doesn't worth it. So that's the main thing I've learned because all this was giving me a lot of stress and confusing me a lot and adding more doubt to myself. So that really helped.
So,
Yeah.
if you had to analyze what has happened throughout the process and all of those results that you're talking about, why do you think that you got these results?
I think I got these results because of hard work, consistency, and also because of my inner work. Sometimes I feel like, how the hell I have enough courage to do something? Because sometimes I do something and I'm like terrified. There are moments I'm terrified and I'm stressed, but then I remind myself like it's okay. I know I feel these feelings, but I want it, and I know that I'm doing this for my good. I want this eventually. I do want this, but in between, there are things that really I'm still nervous about. So I think this is a part of the process, and you have to choose your own battles and be consistent. That's the key. And being patient with yourself and with everything you want to achieve.
Amazing. How do you feel now compared to how you felt before the program? How has this affected maybe your personal life? Not that much the dancing, but more about the personal life beyond dancing.
I think I'm more confident. I think I understand now that even if I'm not perfect thing, like in something, not just dancing, it's okay because we all are not perfect. And if we show this to others that it's okay and we are not perfect and we are here to learn, honest, it's more human, and people connect through that. So I'm not embarrassed or ashamed of these kind of things or feelings I have because we all have it. And not everyone's talking about it. It's in any field, in anything in life. So it's okay to talk about it and to own it.
That's great. I love that. Do you think you would be right now if you hadn't joined the program?
I will be, I think it would take me longer to get where I'm at now. I think I would be still teaching in the organization I was under the terms that I had, and I wasn't maybe bold enough or true to myself enough to speak up my goals and what I want from me. That's where I think I would say I would be, and just go with the flow and take the time much more easier, and like trying this, trying that, maybe a little bit more self doubt or hesitations, and this would be the process will be longer, let's say, and much heavier. Yes, for sure.
So now, seeing everything that has happened, seeing also what would have happened if you wouldn't join, let's talk about in the future if people are thinking about joining this program or maybe something else. Why would you recommend this program?
Because I know you personally, and I would recommend. And also because it's deep, it's not just talking, like, how to say it, on the other outer field. You gotta get deep, and you will find that a lot of things that you dealing with, let's say in the dance world, it's just an illusion. The dance really brings up everything you have inside, but much quicker and harder sometimes onto the spotlight. And once you really devote yourself to this process, you can really learn a lot about you, and maybe change or transform something in your life for the better. So why not? There's no reason why not to, really.
And to those people who maybe are just in a similar situation as where you were before, but they are having doubts about whether to join, send that message, ask me, or apply, what would you say to them?
Well, sometimes you don't need to think too much. You just need to do. And you can just send the message and try and get the information and get that talk and see if it feels right and inside that you can benefit from it. The other reasons that you get, like, I don't have time, maybe, I don't know, other kind of I don't know how to say it, other reasons why not to, that we invent in our head, it's not really important, because inside you want it, and it can help you. So other obstacles that might come up, there's a solution for that. So, but you have this opportunity and you have the time now, so you need to take the advantage of it, because I believe that when we find someone who can really help us, it shortens our path, and we can really achieve our better potential, achieve our dreams. Why not to achieve our dreams and goals? That's why we are here for.
That's a very beautiful share. Thank you so, so much.
You're
So,
welcome.
now, to everyone that is watching this interview from Tehila, that so kindly has spoken about her own experience, if you also would like to achieve these type of results, if you also would like to stop dancing from fear, insecurity, self-doubt, and you would like to start using dance as a very beautiful way to rediscover who you truly are and to live from authenticity, confidence, and freedom, you can book a free strategy call one-on-one with me. I'm gonna respond to the word inner that you sent into my DMs, and we're going to be looking at where you are. What is the situation? What are maybe the blocks that are blocking you, and how can we help you get that freedom, that confidence, that joy that you have been looking for, both in your dance and in your life? So it's been a wonderful pleasure to have you here, Tehila. Thank you so, so much
Thank you so much.
to be here. Would you like to
Thanks.
say some parting words before we close?
Well, I really, really thank you so much for this opportunity. I can't believe we're already talking after this process. It's amazing. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to maybe see you soon and on the dance floor, and talk, personally.
That's amazing. Likewise. So thank you
Yes.
very much again, Tehila. It's been a
Thank you.
complete pleasure for everyone watching. I love you all. I hope this helps. Peace.